Hello, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot and oracle reading for the week ahead whenever you are finding this. There is laughter going on outside. The window's open. It's a very unusually warm day out. Well, nighttime now. The sun just went down. But I don't know. I always take the environment when I do these readings into deep consideration because I just find that they always play into your reading. And I just think with the laughter outside, there's going to be a lot of happiness for you this week. I kind of feel it. I also feel myself just smiling a lot more. So let's see what comes out. First card out for you is Rest and Rejuvenation in reverse. Okay, Taurus. So you may be starting this week off very sore. I don't know why that just came to mind. Sore physically. So definitely make a self-care day for yourself. You could even, when you're watching this, you're watching this like the week before, which I don't know, I already forget if I mentioned this. If you're watching this as I post, this is for April 22nd to the 28th, okay? Or if you're just finding it in the wild, it's for whenever you're watching it. But whenever you're watching this or the beginning of the week, you could be feeling incredibly sore and a little bit deprived of sleep for whatever reason. Maybe you had a long weekend. Maybe you just have been lifting heavy objects or doing big workouts, or just have gone through something like medically. So this is saying give your body some time to rest. It is okay if you're not as productive as usual. I'm seeing an energy here of like resetting. I'm seeing like doing a lot of laundry. You could have like a pile of laundry on your floor or in your room currently that needs to be put away or something like that. And just taking some time to do things like that, drink some water, maybe some herbal teas, get a lot of sleep, get a lot of rest, and not force yourself to be so productive. Your body will really thank you. We have Independence coming out. This came out for another sign. I believe it was Leo, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure. And it says, the more you learn to feed yourself on the inside and care for the inner child, the more freestanding you become. Help me feed and love this inner child, dear Lord. What a beautiful affirmation and question to ask the universe. Please help me feed and love this inner child. So like if you yourself were a child that you had to nurture and take care of on your own, would you be able to do that? Or are you reliant off of other people in some way, shape, or form, whether that is financially, emotionally, or otherwise? It's not to say that you should just be this island, because everybody needs a community, and you should. A part of that independence is actually having your own support system, your own group of friends, family, whatever, that you can go to during hard times or good times, you know? That is actually a very important part of becoming independent. Like I see a lot of people in super codependent, overly enmeshed relationships who don't have a life of their own outside of that relationship. One of the first things they do is get rid of all of their friendships. So I actually think that by having no friends and no support system, that actually puts a hindrance on your independence. The most independent people I know have some of the best support systems I've ever seen, you know, living on their own, but they have their community that they can go to. They share meals with people, etc. And so I don't know why I'm sharing this with you, but I definitely think this week the universe is trying to help you cultivate more independence in all areas of your life. Okay, emotionally, financially, physically, etc. And your message from Spirit, wow, is relationships, exactly. So your relationships with people are really shining, being shown with a spotlight this week. And if you do have any more codependent relationships, I feel like the issues in that relationship are going to be very obvious, and vice versa. I mean, like, I'm also seeing new friendships coming in for a lot of you. Remember, we heard that laughing, so it's like friendships, laughter, happiness. It says relationships are just mirror images of your own life. How you feel and treat yourself, as well as how you react and respond to different situations and people around you. Be aware that every relationship is an opportunity for soul growth. I don't know why when I was reading that, I had this message come to my mind, like, pay attention to how you talk about yourself to others, okay? If you have friends or anybody and you're saying like, oh my gosh, I just feel so fat, I just feel so ugly, blah, 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 that is a really negative habit that you need to get yourself out of. And it goes deeper than just bullying yourself and your inner child, okay? This will manifest people who do not value you into your life, okay? So that just came through randomly. Pay attention to how you talk about yourself. And if you've been noticing yourself slipping into patterns of negative self-talk, this is your sign to definitely undo that and start taking empowered action-based steps if there is something that you don't like about yourself, like if you feel very sluggish and like you don't move enough, instead of sitting here and complaining about it and talking really bad, like, oh, I'm so lazy, I'm so this, I'm so that, just go to the gym, speak with your words, go for a run, whatever, go stretch. That is so much healthier. And while you're doing it, say, wow, I'm so strong. Look at me. I can push through hard things. I can get myself out of these ruts. Talking to yourself like you would a child is very imperative here to your journey towards the independence that you so seek. Okay, we're going to get some further clarification with 6 cards, 2 rows of 3 from the Murder of Crows Tarot. They're all face down. I haven't seen any of them. First card out for you is the Knight of Cups in reverse. Taurus, I feel an energy that's hard to describe here. It feels like a person who you may have some attraction towards, some feeling towards, but on like a practical level, you may logically acknowledge that this person is somebody who chases the honeymoon phase of things. They're giving Knight of Cups energy. Now, it might not be a person for everyone, but the images, what's flowing through right now, this may be a person. So I'm just going to go with that. But apply it to wherever this may resonate in your life. It could apply to like a hobby you have, a career, something, a job. But this person feels to be like, how do I even put this? You can notice like a palpable difference in how often they communicate with you, the warmth of their tone, how often they want to see you when they're like completely single and free and there and present versus when they are talking to someone else. Now, this could be a friendship, for example. Like you have a friend and whenever they're single, they call you like every day. They always want to hang out, blah, blah, blah. The second they get a boyfriend or girlfriend, you never hear from them. You see them like once every year, And on the flip side, this would suck even more if this was someone you were romantically attracted to, like someone you were dating or seeing or something. And it's like you really notice when they're single. And I guess I'm talking as if this is a casual thing or like a situationship here. But then like when they start talking to someone else, you notice that their behavior changes. This person feels to be Knight of Cups in reverse energy. Someone who chases the highs of like that new relationship energy and they become like obsessed with that person, but it burns out so quickly. And I feel like their capacity is really only like a few weeks, a few months tops. Which sucks. And it sucks if you have like a crush on this person or you're developing feelings for this person because it's not going to be fulfilling. Okay. So I don't know. I'm seeing that for someone here. This could also be someone in your life, like a family member who it's like, they have great ideas. They really romanticize life sometimes. Like, oh, I want to open up my own diner, for example. They may say something like that, but they never actually put in the work to doing it. They're just like totally all about the new idea energy, the passionate beginning, how exciting it is. But then once it gets to the actual work, they dip out. I'm seeing a presence like that somewhere in your life. They could be really close to you. They could be, just an insignificant mutual friend. Okay, just pay attention to that sort of energy because I don't feel like you will find long-term happiness in those types of connections. It's not to say you need to burn bridges with people like this, but they should not hold a very close place in your life. So let's just put it like that. And the fact that we have the relationships card coming out as well, yeah. I mean, now I feel like asking, why do you think you manifested this person into your life if they are someone very close to you emotionally? Because when we have strong emotions towards someone, that is a really huge reflection of yourself. That person is a huge reflection of yourself. So if you're having these strong feelings towards someone who fits this Knight of Cups reversed energy, why? Why? Just why? How is this person a reflection of you? The way you talk to yourself, the way you operate, the way you hold yourself in this world, okay? That's what I would ask myself. And maybe journal about it. I think journaling is such a powerful tool because it really forces you to sit with those emotions and unpack it. Because when you're just doing it in your mind, like you get so distracted and your thought train will take you somewhere completely different. When you're focusing on a journal, you have to slow down and really sit with those thoughts and unpack them. So I would journal about that if I were you. We have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse here. Okay, Eight of Pentacles in reverse. This shows repetition over and over and over again. You've been doing the same thing, hoping for some change, and it's driving you crazy. You know, hoping for change, hoping for change, hoping for change. And I'm seeing, you know, the advice for you this week would be to try something different. You know, don't keep repeating the same pattern over and over and over again. In the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck, they are carving out a pentacle, and they have 7 other pentacles besides them that they just finished. They're doing the same exact design over and over and over again, becoming a master at it. And it's tedious work, but this is how they become a master. And it's like once you master one thing, then move on to something a little bit different, and then a little bit different, and then a little bit different. And that's how you expand your knowledge, your wisdom, and your skills, your experience, without burning yourself out and throwing yourself completely off of the deep end. But I'm also kind of seeing the same frustrated energy in relationships as well. If you're noticing the same pattern within somebody over and over and over again, and no matter how often you tell them your feelings, your thoughts, etc., they don't change, that may be a sign that it's time to give it a break, let them grow and evolve on their own, and you should be focusing on something a lot more worthwhile, such as making that money, okay, or becoming your healthiest, most independent version. We have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, I am seeing here balancing of the checkbooks. Okay, some of you may be paying off debts. Two of Pentacles to me, you know, it's kind of a chaotic card. It shows that feeling when you don't have a lot of money to work with, or a lot of resources or time to work with, and you really make it an art to pay all your bills, fill up your schedule in a way that gets everything met. You have to put a lot of conscious energy towards crafting your schedule this week, or keeping your finances in order. I am seeing that. All right, second row of cards out, we have Justice in reverse, right underneath that Knight of Cups in reverse. Yeah. Someone isn't treating you fairly. I do see that. You know, this feels like a merry-weather friend, someone who is really present in your life when you haven't talked in a while, or there's something exciting going on for you. And, you know, you may have fallen into a pattern of, hopefully, you know, this would only apply to some of you, not all of you, but some of you may have fallen into a pattern of repetitively trying to catch this person's attention. You know, they are very active and present in your life one moment, and then they sort of fall out, and they could be so subtle that, like, you don't even consciously notice this pattern. Like, they just aren't as warm with you, or they fall away because they're focusing on newer, shinier things. And you may subconsciously start doing things to grasp at their attention. Like, you notice that shift, and then you start posting all these hot selfies or major accomplishments, whatever. And actually, you send yourself spiraling into success that way. But then that catches their attention. They come back. They're playing with you. You're the shiny new thing again. So then you get distracted. You know, you throw away doing all the good stuff you were doing, and go back to your normal homeostasis, and then they, you know, have to go look at a new shiny thing again. And then the cycle keeps repeating over and over and over again. And I feel like for some of you, this may be replaying a wound from your childhood. Okay, a wound where you may have had a parent or guardian figure who wasn't very emotionally present. And that could be, you know, because they sucked, or it could be because, you know, maybe they were just busy. Maybe they worked full time, whatever. Maybe you grew up with a lot of siblings. You didn't feel like you had enough time, energy, and attention. And it's like, in those situations where you're not being given enough attention as a child, there's so many different ways that children can develop and seek that type of attention that they're craving from their parent. For example, one child may really pursue academics, and all of their academic accolades gets attention from their parents. Another one may really act up and do crazy stuff to get attention that's not good, like bullying or getting in trouble with the law. Whereas the other person may be like a goody two-shoes who constantly tries to please their parent, doing nice things for them, such as, you know, getting them tea or cleaning, and it's like, oh, give me attention, I'm being the angel child. And I feel like if you're watching this, a lot of you may resonate with that, and you're replaying that wound in your adult life by keeping yourself in these connections, these friendships with these merry-weather friends who aren't very consistent with you, you know. And now here's the thing, guys, in adult friendships, you know, we all have our busy lives, you know, kids, marriages, jobs, businesses, health goals, etc., families. Like, you know, we can't expect people to be here for us all of the time, but that's what I'm saying. Like, there are high caliber relationships, you know, your partner, your closest family, your best friend, those high level relationships, you should be the priority. You know, you shouldn't like be a Merryweather friend in that case. If it's just like a casual friend, that's one thing. And this is gonna hurt some people, but sometimes when people show us, oh, actually, hold on. Scrap what I was about to say, because that was like a vision that came through, and then the rest of it came through. I was gonna say this is gonna hurt some people, but sometimes when people show you that, you know, they're just gonna be this Merryweather friend, and when things are good, they'll be here, and when it's not, they won't. It means that they just don't like you that much. Like, you're not as high caliber in their opinion. Like, the relationship isn't as high up as yours is. But right as I was about to say that, I got the rest of that download from Spirit come through, and Spirit was saying, no, that's not the case. It's not that this person doesn't view you as a high caliber relationship. It's not that they don't love you. They do love you. They do, you know, really respect you and admire you, etc. The issue is they have their own childhood woundings here, and they just never really developed the art of feeling enjoyment from endeavors that take a long time to grow for us. You know, it's just, they have shiny object syndrome. I don't know how else to put it. And Spirit wants to clarify here. It is not that you aren't important. It is not that you aren't shiny enough. It's not that you are uninteresting. This person, whoever it is, this Knight of Cups reverse person, they got a messed up brain. It's them, it's not you. They could literally be like dating, I don't know, someone who's like a 10 out of 10 supermodel with like 100 degrees and like school degrees and just the most emotionally intelligent person on the planet with all these accolades, and they're so like the perfect partner for them, and they would still be in this Knight of Cups energy. Okay? Crazy stuff. And Spirit's even saying they do it all the time to other people. And they feel like it's important for you to know that, because they want you to understand you're not alone here. Okay? So if any of you are feeling any type of way, this came out in another reading as well. I believe it was Aries or someone, where it's like they were getting like not jealous but like insecure because like an ex or someone from their past, or like a job where it's like they put so many hours into it, so many years into it, and didn't receive anything back. It's like they leave because of that, and then like the next girlfriend or boyfriend, the next person they employ, whatever, they're actually treated right, and they're like, what the heck goes wrong with me? Similar message, similar energy coming out for you, but it's like there is nothing wrong with you. You need to understand that. Okay? All of the people who you may be feeling jealous of, like this person's other friends or family or new partners or whatever, they're getting treated the same way. Okay? I just feel like you need to know that. We have the moon. I believe this is the moon in reverse. What do you guys think? Is this the moon or is this the sun? I have no idea. 19. See, I'm so bad at memorizing the tarot numbers. Is that the sun or is that the moon? Because that will be two different messages. Okay, 19 is the sun. I literally had to look it up in the guidebook. I've never actually opened this guidebook. Let's read what this says. It is in reverse, so this is talking about the upright meaning, but let's see what it says. It bows before you, glistening like shining oil. You climb onto its back, and great soft wings carry you up above the mist and smoke and doubt. From this height, you see the world anew, where living things sprout and grow on the concealing sprout and grow out of the concealing shadows, where hearts seek the light. As you fly higher and higher, the light causes your skin to glow with a newfound brilliance. Oh my gosh. This is who you are. This shining soul held aloft in the darkness. This is a world of opportunities to seek and find great joy. And now I'm being brought back to that laughter we heard. The keywords are clarity, happiness, find your center, joy, and limitless possibility. Don't let others take your joy. You are reclaiming your independence, your well-being, your happiness, your laughter, and you're no longer letting these Knight of Cups in reverse people steal away your confidence and chip away at your self-esteem, because they are the Merryweather friend who is here for you 1 minute, gone the next, okay? That is not a reflection of who you are. And this is kind of going against what we just said in the beginning of your reading, where I was saying everyone is a reflection of who you are. Okay, here's what I mean by that. They aren't a reflection of your value, okay? When someone treats you poorly, they are reflecting a belief that you carry about yourself within yourself, okay? And that's why I was saying never, ever, ever feed into those insecurities by saying, oh my gosh, I'm so gross, I'm so fat, I'm so ugly, I'm so blah, 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 blah. Because you're reinforcing them, and you will attract someone who mirrors that to you, okay? And especially if you grew up in this environment where you were often, ignored, neglected, left to your own devices in your hermit energy, you're especially going to have some very deep rooted beliefs about self-esteem and like, why aren't I good enough? Why aren't I worthy of this love and attention? And Spirit is undoing them finally this week, definitely undoing those beliefs within you, which is going to be incredibly beautiful. And that's why Spirit's saying, take it easy, like, don't be afraid to rest, rejuvenate. And, the other signs had a lot of messages of like deep self-care, making your home appear and look in a way that matches who you are as a soul, dressing in a way that matches who you are as a soul and makes you feel like you can just be yourself, having that feeling of being so confident when you dress in your clothes and get ready for the day. Like, that's a feeling we all deserve. And that is what you're reclaiming, okay? Final card out. The Devil in reverse. I'm laughing because sometimes these devil cards are very sexual looking. This is what it looks like. Okay, it's in reverse. I actually love when the Devil comes out in reverse because it shows what we were just talking about, undoing toxic beliefs and toxic patterns for us. Also with this Devil card, like straight up, I mean, some of y'all are getting freaky. Some of y'all are just getting laid this week. And you know what? For some of you, complicated connection, because you may be a horny little bastard, okay? And the person that you are, expressing that with may be this Knight of Cups reverse person, okay? And that's when things get complicated, and you may be like having a hard time letting go because this devil energy part of yourself that wants to be expressed, this more sensual side of yourself that wants to be expressed, is already very comfortable expressing it with this person. But that person may not be emotionally the best for you. So I don't know. I would be very mindful of any friends with benefits, situationship energy things here. I don't shame that type of stuff. I don't shame casual stuff. Some of you guys watching are in full-blown long-term relationships and you're like, this doesn't apply to me. Fine. Totally okay. Where does this resonate with you though? Perhaps you're exploring your own sexuality, sensuality a lot more in a like emotional safe space, and you're finding out ways to do that. So this can apply in a number of ways, depending on who you are and what your life situation is. But definitely I see you. It feels like the universe is trying to get you to step more into who you are as an individual and make you confident in who you are, more independent, and express sides of yourself that were not safe to be expressed with other people or in previous circumstances. And I just feel this overall push from Spirit to like sort of push you towards people who really nurture you and are consistent with you and can be a positive match to your internal reality, one that shows consistency in love and shows you that you are loved. So I don't know. I hope this made sense. Thank you guys for watching and joining me. Definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this week ahead. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe to the channel if you've not already. If you want personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there and spiritual life coaching sessions there, so check it out. Bye-bye.